Is staying at the Howard Johnson Anaheim Hotel right for you? Find out right here on Magical DNA. Welcome back to Magical DNA. Howard Johnson Anaheim is a wildly popular hotel in the Disneyland area. You can see its water playground from Harbor Boulevard, or you can catch its Matterhorn webcam online. But is it all hype? We stayed 5 nights to find out whether this hotel is all flash or a big splash. Checking in at Howard Johnson Anaheim is one of the best check-in experiences we've seen in the area. The staff were overwhelmingly friendly to us and our children. The kids were gifted with paper pirate hats and balloon swords. The lobby was clean and bright with a beautiful classic style, adding charm to the superb service. During check-in, the property was described in detail, indicating the location and rules of the water playground, pool area, and laundry. The lobby features 2 computers, numerous pamphlets, landline phones, and a night window in case a guest needs late service. It's decorated in a way that fits the entire hotel motif, coordinated from one end of the property to the other. Even the floors are adorned with sea turtles and other nautical themes. Right away, you can see that Howard Johnson Anaheim is about the details, not unlike Disneyland across the road. The room wasn't ready in the morning when we arrived, but we were assured that it would be ready by check-in time. The staff took our bags and even offered to refrigerate items if we needed them to. Our bags were tagged and taken into the back for safekeeping. When our room was ready around 2 p.m., we were able to retrieve our luggage without trouble, and our keys and pool wristbands were issued to us. The check-in process wasn't quite as quick as other hotels we've visited in the area, but it was very friendly and absolutely thorough. The staff here really takes their time to ensure you're well-versed in the policies and procedures of the hotel. The grounds at Howard Johnson Anaheim are well taken care of, and beauty is everywhere you look. Between buildings, you'll find flower beds, shrubs, and even a fountain. The pine trees are large and provide additional beauty and extra shade. These large trees are Canary Island pine trees that were planted in 1964. There's also the iconic Howard Johnson oversized Adirondack chair, perfect for commemorating your visit. This enormous chair is a big hit with the kids, and even adults will find it difficult to sit properly in. I slid all the way to the back of the chair and made my escape out the side under an armrest. It's a fun addition and a terrific photo opportunity, so make sure you stop by. The only downside about this area of the property with the chair is that it's directly across from the smoking area, and the guests make good use of that area. Understandably, we didn't spend much time with the chair. The hotel is designed with a mid-century modern aesthetic, which is present just about everywhere. Even the convenience store is called Mid-Mod Market, which is a reference to the style. This hotel was designed by William L. Pereira, who also designed the Disneyland Hotel. It's owned by the same family who purchased the original 7-acre plot of land. It opened in 1965, 10 years and 1 day after the opening of Disneyland, and covers 8 acres today. There is on-site laundry in Building 2. You pay by card, and it's $1.50 to wash and $1.50 or more to dry. There aren't many machines to use, so don't delay in getting one. Make sure you bring laundry supplies, or you may have to purchase them over in the Mid-Mod Market, which is the on-site convenience store located in Building 1. We didn't spend much time in here because we feel like once you've seen one on-site convenience store, you've seen them all. That said, you can buy medicine, snacks, drinks, swimwear, and last-minute souvenirs here in this market. The website also indicates that microwave meals, soup, cereal, bread, and lunch meat are also available. You cannot charge items back to your room. We chose a premium park view room specifically for a fireworks view. This means that we were on the top floor with a clear view of the Matterhorn and Space Mountain. We'll talk more about this later. The room is clean, spacious, and brightly lit. This is thanks in part to the large half-circle windows over the main portion of the room. One notable feature of the room we stayed in is the large amount of counter and tabletop space. The countertop over the drawers sits next to a desk, which is next to a TV stand with a table beyond that. This is more space we've seen in any other room in the area. There are small shelves next to each bed, perfect for placing your phone, book, glasses, or other items you need handy. In between the beds, you'll find a night table with a phone and an alarm clock device enabled with Amazon's Alexa. If this is the type of product you like, then you'll love the functionality of this device. The closet is spacious, with shelf space on top, room for luggage below, and an easy-to-use safe. There are hangers, an iron, ironing board, hairdryer, and tissue box in the closet. We made great use of all of this closet space, and you'll need it because there is no space under the beds for storage. We find this to be a good thing, however, because it makes it easy to not lose anything under the bed. The room is adorned with Disney artwork. This added touch makes the stay extra magical because it feels like you haven't yet completely left the park. The characters and experiences are there with you in the room. The kitchenette portion of the room is small but mostly adequate. It features a pod-style coffee machine with basic supplies and an ice bucket. The microwave is a little small, but functions perfectly, and it was large enough to microwave a standard-size paper plate. Our favorite feature of the microwave is that it has 2 USB ports built in and an additional outlet on the front. We wish every hotel provided a microwave like this one, because most hotels nearby do not have enough available outlets. Howard Johnson, however, offers plenty of outlets. The refrigerator functioned well and kept our food and beverages cold. It was spacious, but unfortunately did not feature a freezer. This means that we were unable to keep foods such as Uncrustables sandwiches or Hot Pockets on hand. We feel that this cuts into the value a little bit, as it means that our food options are more limited, and we wind up spending more money on restaurants nearby and on food in the parks. The bathroom is well lit and very clean. It features a bathtub and shower combo, making it family friendly in case you travel with small children who may need a bath instead of a shower. The shower head has selectable settings to suit your needs. We found that hot water flowed on demand without trouble. Shampoo, conditioner, and body wash are available in pumps in the shower. As far as quality goes, these toiletries were okay, but we've had better at other nearby hotels. The toilet and sink are adequate and function as expected. However, the placement of the towel rack directly in front of the toilet caused me to hit my head not once, but twice during our stay. I am tall, so if you are tall, just make sure you watch out for that towel rack. There is very little counter space around the sink, which made it difficult for my wife to set out everything she needed. Hand soap and lotion are provided, and there was also a cup on the counter that we used for our toothbrushes. There are 3 hooks on the back of the door for hanging towels, but no place for a hand towel near the sink. There is also no shelf space below the sink or a stool to stand on, so we needed to assist the kids in washing and drying their hands with each visit to the bathroom. Outside the bathroom is a full-body mirror. There are also decorative mirrors above the desk area. There are 4 total drawers in the room, with one of them being a desk drawer. These provided mostly adequate space for our clothes, but we wound up storing some of our clothing on shelves. We frequently find that hotel drawer space isn't enough for everyone's clothing, so one of our best travel tips is to buy a collapsible closet organizer like one of these. It's lightweight and easy to pack in a suitcase, and we use a product just like this to store our children's clothing, flip-flops, and anything else we need. This allows us to utilize unused space in the closet and provide easy access to needed clothing items that we otherwise wouldn't have room for. We find this much more convenient than keeping our clothing in our bags. We've put some affiliate links in the description below with this and similar products. The view from the room is fantastic. There is a large sliding door that leads to a balcony area. From there, you can see Castaway Cove, the water playground, and both the Matterhorn and Space Mountain. At night, we were able to see fireworks from the castle area. The tree on the right slightly obscured the fireworks from the rear of the park, but we were able to see each set of fireworks with little trouble. The fireworks view is good for families with young children who may not want to stay so late in the parks, but don't want to miss out on the magic. You will be able to hear some noise from the fireworks, but it will be short-lived. The noise from Harbor Boulevard is typically unnoticeable, but the occasional siren or vehicle accelerating too quickly can be heard from the room. We found no need for a sound machine to dampen the street noise. And now for the beds. There are 2 queen-size beds in the room, each made up with 4 pillows, a top sheet, and a comforter. The sheets are clean and soft, providing a warm or cool sleep experience as you see fit. The pillows are soft, fluffy, and plentiful. However, the mattresses are some of the worst we've had in Anaheim. These are very, very firm and uncomfortable. Half of our duo, the A in MagicalDnA, dislikes nearly every bed we try, and this was no exception. However, the D in MagicalDnA, that's me, generally finds hotel beds to be reasonably comfortable. But the beds at Howard Johnson Anaheim were so firm and uncomfortable that even I was complaining about them. Each night, I would wake up with mild pain on the side I was sleeping on and found that I needed to turn over to get back to sleep. This is very unusual for me and hasn't happened at any other hotel I've stayed at in the area. And if the uncomfortable sleep weren't enough, the sun comes in through those gorgeous half-circle windows at the top of the room each morning, ensuring that you have no chance at sleeping in. If you are a late riser, then staying on the top floor of this hotel is not for you. On the other hand, if you have trouble motivating your travel party in the morning, then the combination of an uncomfortable bed and bright sunlight early in the morning should be more than enough to get everyone to the park for rope drop. As of the making of this video, guest parking is available at Howard Johnson Anaheim for $25 plus 17.23% tax per night. Only 1 car per room is allowed. RVs and other large vehicles are not permitted. If you need to park an additional vehicle, Howard Johnson Anaheim recommends parking at Anaheim Garden Walk, which is a little more than a block away. See the Anaheim Garden Walk webpage for location and current pricing. Castaway Cove is the name of the water playground at Howard Johnson Anaheim. You've probably seen it from the street. This beautiful playground is a great place to cool off in the middle of the day or take an evening soak in the hot tub. The playground hours are from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. as of the making of this video. When you visit, an attendant will check your party for valid wristbands and ask for your room number. You will then be provided fresh, clean towels and be led to a place to lay out in the sun. Once inside, you can take your pick of wet and wild fun to have. There's a small splash pad with a turtle just inside the gate and to the left. Adjacent to that is a shallow pool with a maximum depth of 1 foot. The kids like to play in this one, and the water in this pool is very warm compared to the water in the rest of the facility. Next to that are 2 bathrooms and 2 outdoor showers. The main portion of the water playground features a play set with 1 dual-lane slide and 1 half-tube slide. Near the tube slide, you can find 2 water guns that spray down to the lower area. The lower area of the playground features 2 mushroom-shaped waterfalls, 2 water guns, and biggest of all, an enormous bucket that dumps water every 5 minutes. All of this water is heated to 80 degrees according to the website. The hotel notes that the water cools off very quickly in the waterfalls and other playground features, so it may feel colder than 80 degrees. In the corner, you'll find a small hot tub. If you have children that want to enjoy the hot tub, they will need to be supervised by an adult in the hot tub. The water is heated to a maximum of 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Each time we attended Castaway Cove, there were at least 3 attendants on duty. 1 monitored the hot tub, 1 monitored the gate and towels, and another would operate the tube slide. However, the tube slide does not continuously run and will periodically close for a short period of time. We hardly noticed the slide closure, and it opened up again very soon after closing. To say that we are impressed with the service in Castaway Cove is an understatement. The attendants were polite, efficient, and friendly toward the kids. We noticed that the lifeguards carried first aid kits, and they appeared to be well trained. The pool area towels are soft and comfortable. We were told that we could place them in the bin in the playground area, or we were welcome to wear them back to the room. This is uncommon for hotels in the area, and we appreciate that extra accommodation. One thing to note about visiting the water recreation facilities at Howard Johnson Anaheim is that you will need to wear your wristbands, and that may mean that you will visit the parks wearing an orange wristband that shows everyone where you're staying. If these wristbands break during your visit, you can get them replaced at the front office. We recommend placing these wristbands in a safe place until you're ready to use them for the first time. Castaway Cove isn't the only water recreation facility on site. There is also the garden pool near the back of the hotel outside of Building 2. This spacious pool has a maximum depth of 5 feet. It is surrounded by tall trees and a tall building, so shade is plentiful during most times of the day. There are also a lot of places to sit or lay down. You can bring food or drinks into the pool area, so if you want to picnic by the pool, you can do it with little effort. It is important to note that there is no restroom in this pool area, so if you need to use one, you'll have to use your key to enter Building 2 and use the restroom on the ground floor there. When you approach the pool area, you'll notice signs that say you need to wait for an attendant. We did that each time, but on one occasion we were informed that we can just use our key to get in. We're not certain why the signs indicate that you need to wait for an attendant when you don't need to in reality. Regardless, the attendants here will provide you with towels and show you to a place to sit. One very impressive feature of the pool area is the availability of life jackets to borrow. There was a large assortment of flotation vests for the children to use. We were also offered some inflatable pool toys to use in the pool. Our kids made use of the inflatable raft, and we saw other guests using inner tubes. Howard Johnson Anaheim is located close to Disneyland. The quickest we were able to walk from our building to security was about 13 minutes. The longest part of the journey was standing at the street corners waiting to cross either Manchester Avenue or Harbor Boulevard, depending on which route you take. Most days, we walked to the corner, crossed Manchester Avenue at the crosswalk, then waited and crossed Harbor Boulevard to the west side of the street. We would then cut through the bus terminal and walk to security. Going through the terminal shaves a minute or two off your walk. Howard Johnson Anaheim does not feature an on-site breakfast or other on-site dining options. If you have a Disneyland annual pass, you can get a discount on your room. Pets are not allowed, but ADA service animals are permitted. The best parts of staying at Howard Johnson Anaheim are the amazing service, high number of outlets in the room, generous table and counter space in the sleeping area, water playground, and proximity to the parks. If you plan on breaking up your park days by spending time at the hotel, then the recreation facilities at Howard Johnson may be for you. The worst parts of staying at Howard Johnson Anaheim are the very uncomfortable beds and the small inconvenience of a lack of counter space in the bathroom. Overall, our stay at Howard Johnson Anaheim was fantastic in terms of service, room features, proximity to the parks, and aquatic recreation. But we would not stay here again because of the overly firm, horribly uncomfortable mattresses. So if you like a very, very firm bed and the idea of an on-site water playground interests you, then we highly recommend Howard Johnson Anaheim. But if a comfortable night's sleep is paramount to you, then you may want to look for accommodations elsewhere. That's it for our review of Howard Johnson Anaheim. Have you stayed here in the past? What did you think of it? Let us know in the comments and don't forget to subscribe for more. Thank you for watching Magical DNA.